Hello, my most amazing artists. How are you today? Today, you will finish your fiber art sculpture in the style of Judith Scott. I am super impressed with all of your unique creations and cannot wait for you to share your sculpture with me and your classmates today. Before we go any further, let's pause the video and reflect. What did it feel like to create these bound sculptures? What was this experience like? Well, I can tell you put a lot of thought into your sculptures, and like Judith, you were able to express yourselves in your artwork. So, today, not only will you finish your sculpture, you will reflect and write about what your sculpture is all about. What ideas or thoughts or feelings were you trying to communicate with your sculpture? You will tell us all about your sculpture by writing a title, a poem, and if you have time, you can do an expressive drawing or picture of your sculpture. First, start with a title. What are you going to name your sculpture? Many artists name or title their pieces so that we have a better understanding of what the artist wants us to see or feel, like Judith Scott's piece, titled Twins. By knowing the title Twins, we have a deeper understanding of what this piece might be about. After you title your artwork, you will write a short poem all about your sculpture. You can use the poem sentence starters, or you can choose to write your own original poem on the back of the paper. Writing a poem can be easy, but yet a very powerful way to express your perspective on the world. A poem can be a way to express what you're feeling and what you're thinking. And really, if you look at it that way, poetry is another form of art. Joyce Scott wrote several poems about her twin sister's life in art. Here is a poem titled Cocoons, where she imagines what might lie inside one of Judith's intricate sculptures. Cocoons. Perhaps inside each wrapped cocoon is a child unborn, who might have been hers had she in the world been something different. Perhaps inside each wrapped cocoon is a spirit protected, of an earthbound, wingless being waiting to be born again, when the whole world will be changed. Perhaps inside, the past is wrapped carefully in bright colors, gently preserved, the sanctuary wherein our love resides. Joyce Scott. Now it's your turn to write a meaningful poem about your artwork. Like I mentioned before, you can use the sentence starters to guide you and help you write your poem. Now I will model how to make a poem using the sentence starters. This is my poem about my artwork dedicated to Judith Scott. Before I became a piece of art, I was objects tucked away in a drawer. I became a part of this sculpture because, like Judith, I was meant to be set free. If I could talk, the first thing I would say is, I am alive. This is where I was meant to be. People describe me as simple, but I describe myself as complex. In this sculpture, I see Judith, I hear her voice, and I feel her spirit with me. So, as you can see, your poem is about your sculpture from the perspective of your sculpture. Take some time to choose words and write a poem that expresses the meaning of your artwork as best as you can. If you finish your poem early, you can draw a picture of your sculpture. Here is a picture I drew of my special sculpture. Now, for the next 5 minutes, we will go back to our tables to write our title, our poem, and draw a picture if you have time. This will be a zero noise activity as writing takes a lot of focus and concentration. Later in class today, I will walk around to check your work. If you have a title, poem, and a completed sculpture, you will receive an A. If you have a completed sculpture but no title or poem, you will receive a B. If you do not have a completed sculpture or a completed title or poem, it will be a C or lower. So work hard and do your best work. And at the very end of art, we will take some time to share our sculptures and our poems with each other. Oh yeah, if you do need to put some finishing touches on your sculpture, you may do that today as well. Just make sure to write your poem and the title of your work first. Good luck writing your poem and finishing your sculpture today, and I can't wait to hear what you've written and to see what you've made.